everyone. My name is Ursula Cooper Hunter, and I'm the Vice President for Children and Youth Services at BronxWorks. Thank you for joining us for the BronxWorks 2025 Lifting Lives Gala. As you made your way into the room, you may have noticed the beautiful butterflies placed on your tables. These colorful critters were created by the children in our early childhood learning centers as a heartfelt way to express their appreciation for all the work BronxWorks does for their community. On behalf of them and those we serve, I want to thank you for your support tonight. I now have the honor of introducing our hosts for tonight, both of whom were born and raised in the Bronx. Linda Lopez is the Emmy Award-winning journalist, author, and documentary producer. Her successful career has spanned both radio and television, and today Linda is the midday anchor at 1010 Wins. Linda also has earned her place among her peers in the prestigious Who's Who among Hispanic Americans. Linda has been a great friend and supporter of BronxWorks, and you will often find her volunteering at the Saturday Food Pantry. We are also excited to welcome Pedro Rivera back to the podium. Pedro is an award-winning journalist and the anchor for the weekend morning show for ABC Eyewitness News New York. You will also find Pedro reporting dayside. Last year, Pedro welcomed his first child into the world, literally days after hosting our gala. Linda and Pedro, we could not be more thrilled to have you celebrate this very special evening with us. Please join me in welcoming Linda Lopez and Pedro Rivera. Welcome. Thank you all so much. Thank you so much.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. How's everyone doing?
Hello.
So happy to be here with my friend Pedro Rivera, who, by the way, is anchoring during the day.
They moved me to Monday through Fridays, which is nice. So you should be watching. Everyone here. And I credit BronxWorks for my child.
At last year's gala, some of you may remember, we didn't know if Pedro was going to make it because his beautiful wife was so close to giving birth.
Who's here?
Who's here? She could not be here last year, and she's joining us this year. So.
Yeah, thank you. Guys, so happy all of you are here because what you're doing is helping an organization that does so much for the community. If you've seen on the slides different pictures and numbers, every dollar that is raised here today goes towards something special.
We are thrilled every year to come out and support this organization because, as Pedro was just saying, the money that's raised goes to some of their most needed programs. It's childcare, food pantries, the workforce development work that they do to help support the community, and also their programs for seniors, which help to combat isolation and loneliness. So again, just your being here is supporting all that good that's being done here in this community.
And this also gives an opportunity to network and get to talk to each other about ways that you can continue to help out and also honor some of our stakeholders, our special stakeholders. And there are 3 today that we are honoring. So we're gonna hold our applause, but I do want them to stand up because they do deserve the recognition. First, Bruce Phillips, BronxWorks board member and senior managing director at Tishman Speyer. Julio, you can clap, no, stay standing.
All together.
All together. Julio Reyes, BronxWorks board member and vice president, regional manager for Citizens Bank, and Jessica Sherman, the senior vice president of affordable housing at Douglason Development. These honorees have dedicated and showed just a tremendous commitment to the Bronx and the community. So let's give them a round of applause for all three.
We're excited for tonight. We have a fantastic program ahead, and we are going to get to our first speaker, a woman who needs no introduction, of course, to anyone in this room. And by the way, she's celebrating 30 years at BronxWorks this year, dedicating her life and her work to her community here in this borough. So please join us in welcoming BronxWorks CEO, Eileen Torres.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us this evening, and thank you to Linda and Pedro, right? The pride of the Bronx, right? Linda mentioned celebrating 30 years at the end of this year, and here I break out my reading glasses. So a little bit of a hint that yes, I've been here for a little while. So BronxWorks is an agency with over 50 years of experience assisting Bronx residents in every stage of their lives, from the youngest members of the family to the older adults in the community, whether we're distributing fresh produce and other healthy foods to our neighbors, preparing the borough's youth for the next step in their education, from kindergarten all the way to college, or working with individuals to obtain meaningful employment to better support their families. BronxWorks strives to uplift the lives of everyone we see. Like many other nonprofits serving our most vulnerable, we are working through challenges and unexpected budget cuts announced by the current federal administration. However, while the future ahead of us remains uncertain, BronxWorks continues to forge ahead. With the help of our supporters, we continue to serve the borough just as we always have, guiding our neighbors through their toughest challenges and supporting the community with their greatest needs. Amidst the uncertainty, one thing remains constant, and that's BronxWorks, right? BronxWorks is steadfast in our commitment to lifting lives and building futures. We are dedicated to our mission to feed, shelter, teach, and support our Bronx neighbors to build a stronger community. And this work would not be possible without you, our loyal stakeholders. So we thank you for staying involved and for your continued generosity. I would also like to take the time now to recognize everyone who made this evening possible. So thank you to the New York Botanical Garden for this wonderful, beautiful space. Thank you to Tres Gatos for their entertainment, and to Rohana Mertens for, once again, photographing the event. And thank you to our, of course, to our staff, especially our development team, for their work organizing this celebration. Thank you to our board of directors, whose leadership guides our way. And thank you to our advocate sponsors, Citizens Bank, Turner Construction, Tishman Speyer, and Bruce Phillips and Joan Feeney. Thank you to our honorees, Bruce Phillips, Julio Reyes Jr., and Jessica Sherman. And thank you to our special guest, April Hernandez Castillo. I'd also like to thank, I know that we're expecting the borough president, Vanessa Gibson, but I also would like to thank Sophia Sayas, who's here representing Governor Kathy Hochul. So thank you. I'd like to now recognize two members of our board of directors who recently retired from service. Vice Chair Janice Hart and board member Kieran Mendez have each dedicated many years of service to our board and have witnessed the amazing work we do every day. We certainly would not be where we are without their leadership and guidance. While Janice regrettably could not join us this evening, we're thrilled to welcome Kira and would like to ask her to stand. hard for me to see where Kira is. Yes. With the lights shining right in my face. So please join me in recognizing Kira's dedication to BronxWorks. On behalf of our Bronx neighbors, I want to thank each and every one of you for your commitment to the borough. Thank you again for joining us, and enjoy the rest of the program.
All right, let's give Eileen another round of applause, everybody. Now it is my pleasure to introduce our special guest today. April Hernandez Castillo is a well-respected actor, author, and motivational speaker who grew up right in the Bronx, 179th, BronxNet. April is most noted for her powerful performance as Eva Benitez in the acclaimed movie Freedom Riders, alongside Oscar winner Hilary Swank. We remember that. April has appeared in a lot of shows. Dexter, Law & Order SVU, which I feel like Law & Order SVU, every amazing actor has been in Law & Order, right? Yeah, seriously, it's the greatest. Person of Interest, Prodigal Son. April recently released her second book, a memoir entitled Embracing Me. Now she travels all throughout the United States and internationally, talking to students, universities, communities, conferences, anywhere where she can deliver her message of resiliency and also being able to move beyond trauma. In addition, April and her husband, they now own Lion Chaser Media, a Bronx-based media production company. Bronx-based media production company. We are thrilled to have them both here tonight, so please give me a big round of applause for April Hernandez Castillo. Is it on? Let's check this out. Come on, let's see. Hello. Oh, that looks.
Hello, good evening. Hold up, we are in the Boogie Down Bronx, and what I know about Bronxites is that we like to turn up. Good evening. My folks in the back, can you hear me? Can I get a yes? I love you, boo. Thank you very much. Thank you. I feel fabulous and amazing, and I have to say, all of you are looking absolutely amazing and fantastic. I feel like I'm part Selena and Mrs. Roper. You know what I'm saying? Do we remember Mrs. Roper? I love her. Oh my gosh. And what I also realize is that April showers bring May flowers, right? Although May feels like a woman who's between perimenopause and menopause. Anyone else? Anyone else experiencing perimenopause, menopause? I see you. Come on, ladies. I know you're sweating right now. I was in the bathroom fixing my faja, and I was like, my bun. I was sweating profusely, let me tell you. Doing this work is not easy. So ladies, you wear a dress like this, no one knows that you are internally suffering. But I am truly honored to be here. I just have to take this moment. Eileen, I adore you. I met you just a few weeks ago, but let me tell you something. When I meet women, especially Latinas, who are CEOs, and I know titles, but there's something about that title. It says about all of the work that you do and all of the tears that you have shed, all of the waves that you've had to just make for others. I honor you. Thank you so much for even allowing me the space to speak to all of your audiences. And Miss Gianna, she's a little bossy. I like her. But she doesn't like no shade though. She's like, you're amazing. Can you move? We need a photo. She's a special guest. Gianna, I adore you, mamita. When we come to these places, I know everyone's in a suit. We're, all tight. Ladies, let the fajas go, okay? But I am here tonight. I'm here all week if you want to hire me. I'm a Bronx native. No, I don't think you said I'm a Bronx native. I am Puerto Rican. To all my Latinas, I see you, I feel you, nena. And so, growing up in the Bronx, I remember being this young, adventurous, wild teenager. And on the Grand Concourse, I grew up on a Grand Concourse. There you go. That one person, I love you. I just remember, so they used to do this thing on the Grand Concourse where they would close the streets on Sundays. And it was our opportunity as Bronxites, and that's when the community, remember when we had communities, right? When people came outside and actually played, you know, and we watched cartoons, 80s cartoons. Mine favorite was Thundercats. Anyone else? Thundercats? He was like, yeah, I'm Panthro. I was Chitara, of course, hello. In my house, she was Chitara, right? I really thought Chitara was Puerto Rican. But anyway, I recall riding my bike and just being this adventurous, wild young girl. And my bike allowed me to just take on the world of the Bronx, feeling the wind blowing my hair, once in a blue moon, getting these bumps and bruises. But I remember so I grew up on 179th, as you go further down, 161st Street Yankee Stadium, right? Because whenever anyone outside of New York, you say the Bronx, they think of Yankees. And you're like, relax, there's more to it. Take it easy. There's more to the South Bronx, okay? But no one else knows other directions, though. They're like, I think I'm in the North Bronx, but anyway, South Bronx. Okay, so as I used to ride my bike, I remember I would always see this huge building. And I just thought, oh, that's the girls' club, right? And I didn't understand really what it offered. And then a few weeks ago, I had the opportunity to meet with Eileen and walk through. And as I'm walking through, my memories of riding my bike and seeing this building, not realizing the history, the purpose, the amazing work that BronxWorks has been doing. They lift lives. Can I get an amen? They raise people, they lift them up. And walking through, I could see the passion and Eileen, I could see the passion and Gianna of how much they cared. And as I got to walk and experience all of the different rooms, I thought, wow, I'm so proud to be from the Bronx. I'm so proud of an organization like BronxWorks. Because let's face it, the Bronx, we don't always get the love that we deserve. But I don't know if you know, the Bronx is the home of hip hop, yes? I'm just saying, which is now a $1 billion global entity. I'm just saying, it all started in the Boogie Down Bronx. We have artists, leaders, poets, and people who work at BronxWorks making a difference. So tonight, yes, we are here for one purpose, right? It is to give. It is to instill this hope so that way BronxWorks can continue providing for families. I remember walking through and learning about all of the programs, the youth employment, the work that they do with immigrant families. And I just thought, wow, this place needs to be global. This place, everyone needs to know about it. And I thought to myself, I wonder if my family, where we grew up, where we didn't have much, I wonder if we knew about BronxWorks, how our lives would have been impacted. And one of the most impactful things for me was how they support the senior community. And my father, who is 75 years old, my mother passed away 8 years ago, and I was very worried about my old man. But he's been amazing. And to know that they support seniors, that they give them yoga, that they're really intentional about making them not feel forgotten, but that they are seen. And to know that my father can have a place where he can go and continue to grow, because my father is not done, let me tell you, okay? He is like Jack LaLanne, all right? I wish I had his energy. So BronxWorks, what do they instill? They instill hope. They see people. They meet them where they are. And that is the most important thing. When so many of us are suffering, so many of us are going hungry, when so many of us are scared, especially under this climate that we are living in, that I don't even want to show up because I'm scared I might be taken away. An organization like BronxWorks comes in and says, I see you, I feel you, I hear you, and we will do it, whatever we need to do in order to make your dreams come true. They uplift people. So every dollar that you give tonight with a huge heart, knowing that you are not just impacting the people in this room, you are actually changing generations. Now that is power. Can I get a yes? So as I recall riding my bike and right across the street, there was this building, the Sherman, what was that building? The Andrew Freeman building. It was another famous building that back in the day, we all thought was haunted. Because that's what Bronxites do. We create these stories. And I'm like, are you across from the haunted building? She was like, no, honey, it's not haunted. I was like, damn it. I'm an actor, that's just how I think. So that's what they do. They impact lives. They impact generations. They give the hope that I am worth it. Despite the reality that I am living, it is not my destiny. That I am destined for greatness. That all of the children that they provide for, the care, the child care services, all of the families, all of the different cultures that come and say, I feel safe when I walk into BronxWorks. That is what it's about. I thank you for tonight. I hope you all have an amazing evening. And please, don't be too tight, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have some fun. Thank you all so much. Good night, good night.
Okay, now a huge round of applause for April now. Thank you. Thank you, April. That was beautiful and inspiring, and thank you so much. So we are already at the time where dinner service is going to begin, so we're going to let you relax and not bother you with too much programmatic stuff for a little while. Enjoy your dinners, and you'll notice they're not up there now, but they're going to come up there. On your screens will be some QR codes, so if you are already inspired to give and to support this amazing work that BronxWorks do, just scan the QR code, you'll get texted a link, click on the link, and it's all easy from there. You can donate right now. And we'll continue our program after dinner is served, so enjoy.
I'm Eileen Torres, the Chief Executive Officer of BronxWorks. BronxWorks helps individuals and families improve their economic and social well-being. From toddlers to seniors, we feed, shelter, teach, and support our neighbors to build a stronger Bronx community. BronxWorks has been around for more than 50 years as an organization that is solely focused on the Bronx and helping connect Bronx residents to various resources. BronxWorks provides services to every family group that you can think of, from the youngest members in the family to the older adults and every age group in between. Working within the Bronx community for so many years, we also fully understand that there is a great need for trying to keep people stably housed.
My name is Kamika. I'm a single mother. It's not easy. as a single mother to find everything for your son and for yourself.
Say hi, I'm coming from school.
Lamar is 3 years old. He's nonverbal. He's just no problem to me. It's probably the love and the struggle that I went through with him homeless, not having nowhere to go. Being homeless was very hard for me. The night is gonna come and I don't have anywhere to take my child. And I was getting really sick. I'm just coming out of the hospital. I contact HRA to advise them on my awareness that I cannot help myself. That's how I met Miss Sheila. Hi, morning, Miss Sheila. Good morning. She's a caseworker, but she treats me like a person in her home. Miss Sheila had to try to make me get something that I could work with. I received a call from a lady from DSS, and they have a voucher for me for a one-bedroom apartment. I almost died. That's me again in tears.
How was school today?
Miss Sheila recognized that Lamar was not grasping everything that he's supposed to. BronxWorks went ahead to try to get me through the district to get an evaluation for Lamar. BronxWorks was there to help Lamar go to school. He's just happy. His teacher will call me and tell me he's grasping everything. Christmas, you guys applied for help from me, not to spend $1 on Lamar. I could be able to pay my light bill, cover Lamar bills. That was like Santa Claus was in my house for Lamar for the whole Christmas. It was joyful. So basically, my family is BronxWorks.
Yeah. Thank you, Miss Sheila. Appreciate it. And if
These are people who really genuinely care about every person that they interact with, and that's just really special. I'm Barrett Feldman, and I'm an architect with a practice downtown, PSF Projects, and I'm a board member of BronxWorks. Where BronxWorks sort of distinguishes itself, especially in like the last 5 years, is its ability to react quickly, pivot, be creative, and sort of like adapt to the changing times. I know that the money I contribute is really important to the organization. It enables innovation and pivoting in a way that sort of designated dollars don't. And that is exactly what BronxWorks needs to continue to provide innovative, reactive, and dynamic services to the community. When Bronx is a stronger borough, the city is stronger.
We're entering very uncertain times in terms of funding and other programs that support our Bronx neighbors. It's important for us to have the ability to rely on unrestricted funding so that we can apply that where the need is greatest. Your support helps the youngest members in the family as they gain the tools they need for academic success. Your support also helps the older adult who needs to feel connected to the community and might be in search of a fresh, nutritious meal. Come to one of our older adult centers. Your support helps families remain stably housed and helps them make the much easier decision between whether they're putting food on their table today or paying rent.
I fight for my life to be here for Lamar. I know I have something to live for, to look forward in life for. So I just don't know what I would do without Miss Sheila. None of this wouldn't happen if it wasn't because of BronxWorks.
hi, Miss Sheila. Say hi.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Roger Beagleman. I am the board chair of BronxWorks with trouble with a microphone. Before we get started with remarks, I wanted to say one thing. I have a cousin who some of you may have met, who lived on Shakespeare Avenue. He's probably 10 years older than me. When I showed him the Blue Waves new pool, because he went there when it was a YMHA day 50 years ago, I think he almost started to cry. That's BronxWorks. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for being here tonight, supporting this just incredible work that everybody does. I also wanted to make a special thanks to Kamika to share her story with all of us. I've been involved with this organization now for almost 20 years. And the thing I've heard, I can't tell you how many times of what Kamika has said. If it weren't for BronxWorks, I don't know where I would be today. That's special. BronxWorks touches lives of countless people and families everywhere. They make sure that those families always have the resources to thrive. You know, it's something to be able to say that my personal support or contributions opened doors for deserving people like a Kamika, and more importantly, maybe for a person like Lamar. You can imagine what that change is going to do for his life going forward. People become connected to BronxWorks, and because of work that people have done over the years, including such stupid things like systems and infrastructure and stuff, we can now take people from Lamar's age, and the next thing we're seeing is him going to college. And that's just extraordinary. The three favorite words that people like to say at speeches is, "I'll be brief." Tonight, you have an opportunity. We can open doors for so many people. We help families who often struggle with the kind of thing you heard tonight. Do I pay the electric bill or do I buy food? Do I go to work or do I leave my child at home alone? These are the kinds of things that BronxWorks help with, and they give basically what I would say, not so much support, but a sense of security. That's the most important thing. Look, everybody knows we live in very, very uncertain times here. Things are difficult. We don't know where they're going to play out. The funds that we raise tonight basically enable this organization to meet the needs of the community, but in a responsive, flexible manner, not just this is dedicated to this and that's dedicated to that. And that is so important that we can pinpoint where we want to do something because we need to under a particular circumstance. All right. Thank you all very, very much. I greatly appreciate everything everybody has done. Thank you to our guests, our honorees. You guys are just super special. Bruce, you've been just stellar, and I cannot thank you enough for everything you've done for us. Thank you, everybody. Have a great evening. Enjoy the rest of the show.
I was getting comfortable. I got my jacket all messed up. Great speech. How you guys all doing? I need a little energy. I need a little energy here. That was a great speech, and I don't know how you you know, that video was so inspiring, and something I thought April said perfectly during her speech is it's about generational change, right? And what they're doing for a woman like Kamika is going to change the lives of her son and his son, and that's how we get the ball rolling towards a better future. And that's a lot because of what you guys do here at this dinner and raising awareness. It's important. All of the money raised tonight. And really quickly, I do want to give a quick shout out because raise your hand if you came last year. Last year? You guys remember our friend Brian Caldwell? Yeah, I see. How you doing? With Bally's over there. Did you have mofongo? Some good mofongo yet? Yeah? Okay. You're a fan now? Good. Just want to say hi to our friend Brian back there. I will say shout out to Bally's Foundation, by the way, for helping our Preston Girls High School. Save Preston High School is truly amazing work there. So, quick little shout out. Now, it's amazing to witness the outpouring of support that we've seen here tonight. And through the generosity tonight, we've been able to raise, take a look at the screens, $54,000, guys. But there's more work to be done. So remember, if you feel inspired tonight, you can always text BronxWorks Gala to 76278 anytime. Scan the QR code on the screen that you see right there. Even on the back of your name tags, there's also a QR code. You could take your phone and do it there if it's easier for you. And again, as Roger mentioned, just some of the ways that this money can really help them make the decisions of what they want to do with the money to get it to the people in need. It's important. All right, so we're going to continue to move on with our program, and I believe we're bringing up John Weed.
Boy, the lights are bright there. Good evening, everyone. I'm John Weed, Assistant Executive Director of BronxWorks. I hope everyone's having a great time. It's nice to visit with everyone. We will now recognize this year's honorees, 3 special stakeholders who have demonstrated true commitment to the Bronx. It is my privilege to introduce the first honoree this evening, Bruce Phillips, who's a longtime BronxWorks board member and Senior Managing Director of Tishman Speyer. Bruce is responsible for Tishman Speyer's design and construction activities across the globe. Most notably, Bruce oversaw the successful completion of several iconic development projects, including Yankee Stadium, 66 Hudson Boulevard, and Hearst Tower. He also participated in the development of the JPMC headquarters at 270 Park Avenue. As a board member, Bruce has been a leading voice in our facilities committee, where his years of professional expertise have been invaluable. He has assisted us in addressing countless complex facility issues at our sites across the borough. In fact, during my early years, a long time ago, we had just moved into the community center at 1130 Grand Concourse, and there was Bruce out front supervising the reconstruction of the front stairs. I don't know if anyone has seen our building, but we have these huge stairs in the front. There was Bruce out front, and he's still working with us to improve and reimagine the front of the building, in addition to helping us make our property at 1130 Grand Concourse the best that it can be. So without further ado, let's welcome Bruce to the podium. Bruce, it's an honor.
Thank you, John. Appreciate it.
And I think, where's the photographer?
There she is.
Okay. Lights are bright. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, John. I won't make it brief. I have all night. John, thank you for your kind introduction. I've really enjoyed working with you over these many years. I've had some fun projects in New York, including our grand stairway on the Grand Concourse. I'm proud to say that after 16 years' absence, Tishman Speyer is back in the Bronx. Our project at 160 Van Cortlandt Park South will deliver 339 affordable apartments in 2027. Ella Therios is our project executive. UAG is in the back. BronxWorks' greatest asset is its dedicated staff. The legendary Carolyn McLaughlin built a great team starting 50 years ago. 3 decades ago, she was wise enough to hire John Weed, Scott Auwater, and her amazing successor, Eileen Torres. Collectively, they've nurtured an extraordinary team of dedicated professionals. I'd like to thank those folks and all the staff members that are here tonight. I'd also like to thank my fellow board members who work tenaciously to help BronxWorks stay strong. I have many more people to acknowledge this evening, starting with my wife, Joan, and daughter, Charlotte. They provide endless love and support, and as my table mates know, they do a very good job of keeping me humble. Congratulations to my fellow honorees for their accomplishments and support. I'd like to acknowledge some of Tishman Speyer's construction partners who have helped us deliver great projects and who are supporting BronxWorks tonight. My first thanks is to Turner Construction. Peter Davern, Turner's CEO, has given to BronxWorks generously and reliably since the glory days of Yankee Stadium, and Chris Santulli and some of his team are here. Brendan Gilbane is here tonight and has also been a loyal and generous supporter. Thank you, Brendan. Coincidentally, I attended the New York Building Congress annual lunch today. It's a 2-gala day for me, where Governor Hochul presented the Turner Gilbane team with an award for the Buffalo Bills Stadium they're building. Joe Byrne, an old friend, a Bronx boy, a key builder of Yankee Stadium, and a former BronxWorks honoree, accepted that award on behalf of Turner. Congratulations to all. I appreciate the professional partnerships Tishman Speyer has with many firms, including these other folks that are our sponsors. Alberto DeGabi of Fabrica, Steve Summer of Consigli Construction, Ellie Weiss of Joy Construction, and UAG's Andy D'Amico. It's UAG's tower crane that dominates the skyline as you drive south on the Deegan at exit 11. Finally, I'd like to thank all of you here tonight for your generous support of BronxWorks. Have a great evening.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Betty Ann Samesa, and I am the Vice President of the Workforce Development Department at BronxWorks. Thank you. I have the pleasure of introducing our next honoree, Julio Reyes, Jr. BronxWorks Board Member and Vice President and Regional Manager of Citizens Bank. Julio has been a committed board member, loyal friend, and invaluable supporter of BronxWorks for as long as I can remember. With over 20 years of experience in the financial sector, Julio's deep understanding of the communities he serves and his commitments to giving back truly makes him a man of the people. Come on. Whenever I've reached out to Julio for support, whether it's to help facilitate a financial literacy workshop, staff a table at one of our job fairs, or assist with securing in-kind donations for our participants, his response is always the same: I've got you. Any organization would be lucky to have someone as knowledgeable as Julio on their board of directors. We are fortunate to call Julio a member of the BronxWorks family, and are deeply appreciative of his unwavering support over the years. It is my honor to present this award to Julio Reyes Jr. Let's hear it for Julio.
Oh, take a photo. All right. She took half of my speech, by the way. So good evening. I'm truly honored, humbled, and grateful to be recognized here tonight with you all. Extremely proud to be here with my friends and family, my colleagues and partners throughout the community. Before I get started, I just want to thank the wonderful people here at BronxWorks, the awesome staff, Gianna, Roger. We have an amazing board, and the undisputed heavyweight champion of the Bronx, the wonderful Miss Eileen Torres. So let's give it up for them. Heavyweight champ. Also want to thank some of my citizens teammates. I have one of my bosses here, Mr. Danny Lee, Mr. Christopher LaRaja. He's our Director of Public Affairs. And one partner who couldn't make it out tonight, our wonderful Community Development Manager, Ms. Jennifer Smith, who's celebrating her grandfather's 90th birthday tonight. So, good enough reason to miss out. These are the people that I call anytime I have a good or crazy idea. And they've been nothing but supportive of the Bronx and everything Bronx related since day one. So let's give it up for my citizens team, please. I also want to take the opportunity to thank my parents for giving me the lesson of giving to others. Just want you guys to know my mother is actually the oldest of 18. Oldest of 18. There she is, there she is. And she's turning 80 next year, so jaba jaba. That's my mom. So my mom was actually the first one to come over from Puerto Rico to the mainland. And as soon as she got situated, as soon as she can actually was able to do it, she was actually reaching back out to other family members. I remember dozens and dozens of aunts, uncles, cousins who came over from Puerto Rico to live with us. And they still with us temporarily, right? But you can imagine it's not easy. We kind of just became like a passageway, right? It was like right from JFK right to Story Avenue in Soundview. And they didn't just offer a bed, you know. They helped them get food stamps. They helped them find affordable housing. They helped them find jobs. They helped them sign up for different benefits. So like we kind of had social work in our blood, you know, from very young. So, and I'm sure it wasn't easy, you know, having people under their roof. You know, it used to get a little cluttered. I remember aunts and uncles taking up my bed space and having to share rooms and stuff. But they did it because they felt they had a duty to give back to the family. They made sure that because they were blessed, they shared blessings with others. So I just want to say thank you to my parents. I also want to take an opportunity to thank somebody who helped me as a friend, Mr. Francisco Ferrer. See, Francisco and I, we grew up on the same block, and we're only a couple months apart. But he helped me write my first resume. He helped me get fitted for my first suit. He helped me get my first bank account. He helped me get my first job. And he actually used to steal his father's car so that he can help me practice driving for my road test. So he believed, yeah, give it up for him. Grand larceny. We actually used to steal his dad's Volvo and go driving around Whitestone Cinema so I can pass my my driving exam. So thank you, bud. But why did he do it? He did it because he could. He did it because he saw somebody who looked like him, shared similar backgrounds, and who could meet the potential as long as there was a little push. So I thank you, buddy, and thank you for all you give me. Love you too, brother. And because of that contagious belief is why I'm here today. You know, my kids always ask me, like, Dad, why do you volunteer so much? And my response usually is, because it costs nothing to be kind. And if we're blessed enough with the time, the resources, and the know-how, how can we not? True story, I was actually introduced to BronxWorks on accident. For those who know Keisha Roberts, any Keisha Roberts fans? All right, cool. Keisha's wonderful. She had scheduled a financial literacy workshop to take place at the old location on 3rd Avenue. And I'm not going to name what bank she invited. But let's just say when that person MapQuested, that's how I'm dating myself, MapQuest. When he looked up the address, he no-showed. He worked in Midtown, and when Keisha connected with him, or cursed him out later, he said that it was too unsafe to come to the South Bronx. He didn't believe in getting on the train and coming up. So I got recruited in a flurry. Keisha ran into my office, said, hey, I need somebody to teach my kids upstairs. I said, when? She said, right now. I run upstairs. It was the smallest elevator on the planet, for those who remember the one on 3rd Avenue. And when we walked into the classroom, there was about 30 kids who looked just like me. And this was the YEIP program, so there was 17 to 24. I must have been 26. And she said, all yours, have your way with it. And what started as one last-minute workshop 17 years ago, okay, that was back in 2008, flourished to dozens of workshops. I worked with the Single Mothers Program, the Single Fathers Program that used to exist. They even had a program for recently incarcerated individuals as well. We worked with the senior citizen team, the residents of our shelters, and even some of the BronxWorks staff as well, which is pretty cool. We've done clothing drives, back-to-school drives. We've helped new-to-country individuals. You name it. We've done everything under the sun. And yes, anytime you guys call, let's figure a way to get it done. And the inspiration that I got here, I took it on the road. Now we work with domestic violence shelters. We work with colleges, high schools, other nonprofits, community centers. But why am I saying all of this? Real simply put, I mentioned this journey because all of you might be in a similar situation tonight. You might be sitting across from somebody who you don't know yet. You might be sitting next to somebody who can pair with you. You guys have the resources, you have the connections. So all of the ideas that you shared tonight, all the follow-up emails or texts that you're gonna end up sending tomorrow, it can really impact somebody else in a positive way. So connect, have fun, make friends, and keep the essence of supporting others at the center of it all. Thank you and good night.
Hello, everyone. I'm Julie Spitzer, Vice President of our Homelessness Prevention and Access to Benefits Programs at BronxWorks. It is my pleasure to introduce our final honoree for tonight. Last but not least, Jessica Sherman is the Senior Vice President of our Affordable Housing at Douglaston Development. At Douglaston, Jessica develops and implements the company's affordable housing strategy and execution. She has overseen numerous new construction and preservation projects, including the rehabilitation of Sac Warren, an affordable housing complex in the Bronx, where BronxWorks serves as a social service provider. Jessica works closely with our staff to ensure we are providing the best services possible. Yes, she does. She holds us accountable. And she always looks for ways to provide more to the community, and I appreciate that. She has gone above and beyond the call, organizing educational workshops on cybersecurity for the families of Sac Warren, as well as working with us to hold job fairs for residents to discover new career paths. Jessica's passion for residents to discover new career paths, Jessica's passion for ensuring her tenants have resources they need to improve their economic stability can be seen throughout every aspect of her work. Thank you, Jessica. In the 2 years I have worked with Jessica, I have witnessed her absolute dedication to providing affordable housing to communities of New York City, and she remains incredibly involved in the day-to-day work. She's very committed. Yeah. She is an important partner to BronxWorks, and I look forward to the positive impact she will have on the Bronx communities as our work continues. I am honored to present this award to Jessica Sherman. deserved. Okay. Can I take the glasses off?
We'll do it again.
Oh, like that.
Hi, everyone. It's so great to be here tonight with familiar and new faces. First, I'd like to thank Julie. Thank you for the warm introduction. You know how much I enjoy working with you, and my dedication is only matched by your own. And as well as Eileen and John and Emmanuel, who I saw earlier. Working with your team at Saccharin has been such a pleasure and a joy, and I really think that the work we do together, from food pantries to bingo nights to financial support for residents, has a real impact on their day-to-day lives and is so meaningful. And I just feel honored to have you as partners to implement this type of programming. I also hope that it's the first of many projects we get to work on together and that we can expand our partnership to other communities. I'd like to congratulate my fellow honorees, both Bruce and Julio. It's wonderful to hear about your stories and your very long history with BronxWorks. Hopefully I'll be there one day as well. And the full team at BronxWorks and everyone in this room, thank you for supporting this event and this amazing organization. As affordable housing developers who build in the Bronx and have been building the Bronx for 40 years, not me personally, but other people at Douglaston, we know that creating high quality housing is just the first step. It's so important, but there's so much more to be done. And having a partner like BronxWorks who knows the services, the support, the sense of community, of feeling known, of feeling seen, and of knowing that there's someone who's there to really help you and provide this, understand where your family is at and what they need to take the next step, is so much of why we do what we do, and to be able to do it together is amazing. I'd like to also thank, as Julio did, my parents, who are both here tonight. Their commitment, yes, Ambassador Randy Levine and my dad, Jeff, who founded Douglaston Development. Their commitment to communities. My dad lived in most of the boroughs at some point in his life, and he makes sure to still be active in every single one. We can't go down a block in any of the 5 boroughs without him having a story about something that happened there, and it's usually a good one. But thank you to both of you for instilling in me the sense of community that is such an important part of our family culture and our business culture. So of course, to the teams at Douglaston, Levine, and Clinton, Liz and Michael are here tonight, along with my brother Ben, my father Jeff, who I have the pleasure of working with. Thank you all for your partnership on Saccharin, many of our other projects in the Bronx. I'm excited to see Borough President Gibson here, who has worked closely with us on Saccharin and has helped make it a success. We've had such a wonderful group of residents there, and having the support, your support has been really wonderful, so thank you. That's yeah. I also would like to thank some of my friends in the room who made it out here. There's a huge community of people in affordable housing who rely on each other day in and day out, and I'm fortunate to have some of those people here. I'd also like to thank my sister Dara, my husband Evan, thank you so much for being here, and most importantly, my daughter Orly. I hope that Orly tonight gets to see some of the importance of community and how the value of community and connection is so meaningful in everything we do. Those are values that I was fortunate to learn from my parents and that I'm so excited to teach to you. So thank you everyone for being here. As Julio said, please give to BronxWorks, be a part of our community, come to events. Anyone's welcome to come volunteer at Saccharin. We could always use more people for our cybersecurity events. And have a lovely evening. And Eli, who's not here.
So I know, we're running a little bit behind schedule. But I do have to welcome our Honorable Borough President, Vanessa L. Gibson. So thank you for taking the time out of your incredibly busy schedule to join us this evening.
Thank you. Okay, I said, Eileen, I'm coming. Hold the program up, I'm coming. Good evening, everyone. It is such an honor to be here with all of you to celebrate the incredible work of BronxWorks at the 2025 Lifting Lives Gala. Everything we do has to be about uplifting our communities. It is truly rooted in our public service, knowing that we all have a responsibility to play when it comes to investing in our children and our families. As the Bronx Borough President, I am so proud of BronxWorks. This incredible non-for-profit organization has grown over the years. There was a time, a while ago, when we were called Citizens Advice Bureau. And I remember when we changed our name because it was with the understanding that our vision grew. We expanded in our services from early child care to eviction prevention, home-based programs, older adult centers, NORCs, school-based programs, social services, all of the incredible work that BronxWorks does each and every day. I am so proud of our CEO, Eileen Torres, and the entire team, Julie and John, our board chair, all the staff members of BronxWorks. Can we give them a round of applause? So we say thank you. Thank you for believing in the hope for a better tomorrow in our borough. Thank you for realizing that the clients and the constituents we serve, we meet them where they are. We are their hope for a better tomorrow. We are their source of encouragement, and we want to keep going. Over the years, I have been proud to join with Eileen and the entire team at BronxWorks. We have supported so many capital projects at the Carolyn McLaughlin Community Center, formerly known as the Boys and Girls Club. And I am just so proud of this incredible organization. And I'm proud that all of you are here supporting them as not-for-profit leaders, as developers, advocates, educators. Everyone plays a role. And when we all work together, we are truly better together as a borough. I can tell you that during the height of COVID-19, our unemployment rate was 26.6%. Today in 2025, we are at 6.8%. And that is a testament to all of you, to our commitment, our consistency, our dedication, our determination to serve our community with love and passion and intentionality. We want our borough to be better, and we know that we've made great strides of success, accomplishments, and achievements. Thousands and thousands of units of affordable housing, pathways to home ownership, adding more after-school programs, school-based programs, supporting our older adults in a real way so that they can live in dignity and have the services that they should be entitled to. None of what we do, ladies and gentlemen, is a luxury. It is a necessity. And the health and wellness of our community is strong, and it will get stronger and stronger. So tonight we are here to celebrate, but we're also here to give. We need you to keep supporting BronxWorks in a real way. They cannot do this work without your support and without your investment. So I thank you in advance for what you will do tonight to keep giving. I want to say thank you to our esteemed leaders and everyone who's here. Of course, I want to recognize our co-hosts for the evening, my dear friends, Linda Lopez and Pedro Rivera. I love and appreciate you. My sister in all things, this incredible motivational speaker who I am so proud to work with. We do so much together, and I'm so proud of her, my dear friend, April Hernandez Castillo. Congratulations to all of our honorees, and thank you for your investment in our borough. Thank you for believing in the Bronx and what we can do. We are dedicated to this work. We are driven by a strong determination that our borough can achieve any and everything that we put our minds and our hearts and our resources to. So thank you for supporting BronxWorks. We wish this incredible organization continued success. I will always be there for you, Eileen, whether it is to renovate the Carolyn McLaughlin Community Center, the pool that we opened, the elevator we renovated. We're going to keep going and going and going because the Bronx deserves the very best. And we will get that by working collaboratively together. So congratulations on your 2025 Gala. Thank you so much for what you do. Keep lifting lives as we do this work together. God bless you all.